Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, San Bernardino, California. Houghton Stadium is the site for this matchup. The Copper Hills Little Leaguers from Arizona taking on San Marino National Little League from Southern California. Trey Bender alongside former Alabama and Tennessee catcher Allie Shipman. Glad you're with us. Impressive wins for these two teams to keep their seasons going.
And once again, seasons are on the line. We've already seen Arizona show incredible fight during their walk-off win versus Hawaii, and Southern California showed their offensive power during their 9-0 win over Utah. With these two teams, it should be a dogfight today.
Let's take a closer look at the West Regional bracket. The championship game is on Thursday. Already Nevada and Northern California are 2-0. The winner of this game with the season on the line will take on the loser of the matchup between the kids from Las Vegas and the kids from Live Oak Little League. Arizona down to their final 3 outs. What a comeback in the 6th inning last game.
Backs against the wall, and they strung along quality at bat after quality at bat, single after single, until finally it was Madison Braden coming up clutch with that 2 RBI walk-off single to win it. And of course, the celebration, walk-offs, and then you have to do the worm after. You're going to see Blake Marino hitting the worm.
What a victory for Arizona as they keep the season going, but they're going to face an ace in Caitlin Peck. She's been a strikeout machine.
For SoCal, it has been all Katie Peck all the time. She's thrown 11 innings with only 6 hits allowed and 16 Ks. She has been their ace, and they're going to call on her again today.
3rd straight start for the 12-year-old. You've been impressed with her ability to pitch inside on hitters.
Absolutely, and she only has a fastball, a drop, and a changeup, but that fastball acts like a screwball. It's going to move inside to those righty batters. It is very deceptive and has been very, very good for her.
She's going to be facing an Arizona lineup that is on fire. They had 11 hits in their last game. Of course, the rally is what stood out.
And we're going to highlight Madison Braden. She's in the circle today. She went 2 for 3 yesterday with that big-time walk-off, but she's also hitting 400 in the regional overall. She has been hot for them.
First ever baseball or softball team to make it to regionals for the Copper Hills Little Leaguers from Sahuarita, Arizona, just south of Tucson. Depth in their lineup, and they're going to showcase the depth in their pitching. Wesner's been a starter, and it's Braden, as you mentioned, today. And the first offering to Azealia Vazera misses for ball 1. We're underway here. Walter Madden is our home plate umpire. Big Dub back there, and then Greg Ramos, Michael Reagan, and Josiah Spurgeon around the infield. A little bit of cloud cover here. Sun starting to break through as temperatures have been really comfortable this time of the year in San Bernardino. It's going to get hotter as the week goes on. Vazera's been a steady player, big Texas softball fan.
And she's one of their fastest players. They're going to rely on her, get on base, then make chaos happen.
See that left-handed catcher back there, Lee Yang, who's been hot with the bat and really good defensively as well.
And there's that inside pitch, arm side run. You see it come out of her hand and then move into that righty batter. That has been so effective for her.
3-2 pitch is high and a leadoff walk. Vazera's on.
This is a great at-bat by Vazera. Being selective, and even that inside strike, probably not the pitch that you want to swing at. It's a really good decision, the pitch before, and then gets that one high for a leadoff walk.
Now Peck's going to face the secret weapon for Arizona, lefty hitter Blake Marino. Big cut, strike 1.
She's also really good at doing the worm, as we saw.
Multi-talented. She plays basketball, volleyball, and soccer as well. Foul back, Arizona Wildcat softball fan. Great tradition down there. Her dad, Paul, is the first base coach. You look at Vizera there on the bag at first. Fouled off, still 0-2.
And Moreno's been a big piece of this lineup, hitting 400 in the regional, went 2 for 3 with an RBI yesterday. Another big power hitter for them.
Peck has been a workhorse on the mound all season long. This is not new to her, being out there in a big spot.
No, and some of these pitchers are just built like that. They're built to go inning after inning. They actually prefer to be the one to shoulder most of the load.
Changeup fouled off. Got a piece of that one.
Really good piece there by Marino, recognizing that changeup and just getting enough to keep this at bat going.
Two and two. So they're making Peck work here in the first inning. At times she's just mowed people down, striking people out. Again fouled off.
This Arizona offense already seeing so many pitches. The more pitches that you as a batter can see early in the game, it gives information to your teammates in the dugout. They can learn without having to even step in the box.
This will be the 8th pitch Moreno will see, and it's fouled back. She's into poetry books, little poetry with the at-bat here. Making this one interesting. Here comes the 2-2. Full count.
2 back-to-back quality at-bats. Already putting pressure on Katie Peck.
Fouled off. What an at-bat for number 81. She was 2 for 3 in their state championship game. They won that in 108-degree heat, and there is ball 4. She's on. Back-to-back walks to open things up.
Incredible at-bat right there. Swinging at pitches that she needed to foul off, letting go the balls, being selective, seeing so many pitches, and that's back-to-back quality at-bats for this Arizona offense.
Now, Aubrey Wesner, who already has a couple singles in the regional. Taking all the way for strike, runners breaking, throw to third. They get the lead runner. Vizera is out. And now they're saying there was a bobble over there, and the runner's gonna stay on the bag at third. Third base umpire Spurgeon called it an out.
Madeline Liang doing a really good job there, especially as a lefty to turn all the way around, but they may have to take a look at this one. Bit of a confusing call over there at third base. And it's going to be a fake bunt steal. You're going to see the batter square around and then pull back as that runner at second goes. Good throw. That ball just comes right out of her mitt on the tag, though. She is safe.
A double steal. Tough break because the throw is a good one, but you see the ball coming clearly out right there. So Vizera at third, Moreno at second. Wesner now can drive in a couple. Back on the infield in the middle. And that bounces away from the catcher. Here comes Vizera, and she scores. Arizona in front 1-0. Wild pitch, and the kids from Sawa Rita are on the board.
And this is a product of putting pressure on Katie Peck, forcing her to throw a ton of pitches, and then just being chaotic on the bases. It's that fake bunt steal that puts them in a good position, then this ball is just going to run down and in. Tough pitch to block up there. And then, like we've mentioned before, the backstop is massive. Anything that gets behind is going to score a run.
18 pitches already, and Frank Wong trying to settle down the infield here. And the pitcher, Peck, who has had so much success here at the West Regional.
And if you're this Southern California team right now, you have to remember you just put up 9 runs in your last game. There's no reason to stress. It is early in this game. Take a deep breath, slow the game down, 1 pitch at a time.
Now Wesner now just looking for some contact, hoping to bring that runner in from third. They're back on the infield. And she laces it to first, and the runner's going to stay put as Victoria Huang, right near the bag, grabs it, 1 down.
And that's that Katie Peck arm side run. That ball moving in like a screwball, going to jam up Wesner. Results in a easy line drive for Victoria Huang.
That's one Peck needed. And now the cleanup hitter, Alexis Ortega, the catcher. Same thought process. If you can get the ball on the ground, bring that second run home if you're Ortega. She does get her on the ground, past the pitcher, shortstop picks it up. No throw, and the runner staying put at third base. Marino, runners on the corners now, an infield single.
And again, this is a good pitch by Katie Peck. This is going to be another one of those balls that's going to move inside. It's going to jam up Ortega just underneath Peck's glove, and then Pagano at shortstop. No other choice. She looks back that runner at third, and by the time she looks up to first, Ortega's going to be safe.
Now Alani Para with an RBI opportunity. Strike 1. No throw down to second. Ortega steals the bag. Takes away the force play.
That's your offensive visit, please.
And now as an infield, you have 2 decisions to make. Do you play up? Do you play back? Do you play for outs, or do you try to keep that runner from scoring, especially early in this game?
Playing back on that middle infield here.
And that tells me they're playing for outs, probably going to just go to first base on anything hit in the infield.
1 and 2 to Para, who had a hit, had an RBI yesterday. Calm in big moments this season. Here's a big moment here. Right back through the circle. Shortstop Pagano coming home with it late. Not in time. The slide is there for Moreno. It's 2-0. RBI for Para.
And this is a good job by Para putting the ball on the ground. But again, the middle infielders were just playing so far back. You're gonna see here Pagano just so deep towards second base, trying to field this ball, and then that's a long throw to get that runner out at home, and just not in time.
Now a Beta at the plate takes the ball, and no throw down to second again as Para gets the stolen base. Runners at second and third again. Same scenario, feels like Groundhog Day. Pitches outside, 2-0 to the second baseman. And again, it looks like maybe the middle infield's moved in a little bit. Still playing back.
Still, especially with that long throw. You'd prefer to be in a little bit more in front of that base path so that you can easily field that ball, check that runner on third, and then you can still go to first if you need to after a quick check.
Season on the line for these two in the West region. Good start for Arizona. The 2-1 misses.
Good stop there by Liang behind the dish. That saves a run from scoring.
Left-handed catcher who has been so hot with the bat, one of the best hitters in this West region. Here's a 3-1 offering, fouled off.
And Liang pitched an inning as well. Very versatile.
Full count. First base is open. Already a big inning for Arizona. They're trying to put a big number on the board here in the first. And it's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. That's the third walk given up by Peck. Uncharacteristic for her. She has been filling the zone throughout the regional.
Almost every single person that has come up to the plate has had a quality at bat. They're seeing so many pitches. They're making Katie Peck work. It's hot out here. She's been out there for a long time. Really good job by this Arizona offense.
Now Madison Braden, first pitch swinging, fouled it off. You think she has some confidence after that game-winning single?
You have to, right? You saw her when she hit that walk-off, clapping all the way up and down the line. Super excited for her team, and she's up in another big-time situation.
Grounder to second. Tiwasart will take it to the bag unassisted. That does the job, though, brings another run in. As Ortega scores, and they add to their lead. Runners at second and third now. Good job of hitting right there.
She gets jammed up a little bit, but she puts it in play on the ground to the right side of the field. And that's what's going to allow that run to score.
32 pitches already. Here's Asher Rupp. Popped up foul ground and out of play. Couple walks to start this inning, couple singles as well. Rupp singled in her last game. She has an over-the-fence home run this season. Really good hitting lineup for these kids from Copper Hills. Jammed to short. Pagano can't make a play. 2 runs are going to score. 5-0 Arizona. Para and Abeda come across. An error there on the shortstop.
And again, Katie Peck doing her job. She's jamming up these hitters with that arm side run. But then the defense struggling a little bit behind her. This ball softly hit to the shortstop, Pagano. You can see it. Oh.
Is there interference here?
There might be. Umpires are chatting about something.
That was the way the ball came off the bat there was tricky for the short. Was there spin on it?
And I think because it had that line drive, probably a little bit of top spin. So as a shortstop, she's going to get that ball, and then it's continuing down. So if you don't stay down with it and get lower with it, it could easily go underneath your mitt.
That's Rupp standing at first base after the error on the shortstop, Pagano. Frank Wong's team trailing now 5-0. And they're taking a look as to whether there was interference at third base as 2 runs came across. Here's a look.
So she gets jammed up on this one, hit to Pagano underneath her glove.
Para scored, and then Abeda came in after. And they're reviewing this. It was Abeda, the question, her running around third.
I'm almost thinking they're looking at the runner going from second to third in front of the shortstop, if they're wondering if that maybe impeded her ability to field the ground ball. But there was no contact made anywhere, it didn't look like.
The ball found its way to left field. Okay, so Para at third scores. Here comes a Beta.
There may have been a little bit of contact as Pagano goes up to field this ball.
With a Beta, right? With a Beta, the second runner.
Yes, the second runner. And so if you're that base runner and you make contact with the fielder approaching the ball, trying to field the ball, that is interference.
So in that case, the fourth run would stand. Well, let's take another look at this.
A little bit of contact there, for sure. And it does look like Pagano had to slow up, had to hold up before she goes to field that ball because a Beta is running in front of her. But is it enough?
Yeah, is it enough to overturn the call on the field, which was an error on the shortstop? It looked like maybe on the tail end of it there.
Yeah,
but there can't be any interference at all, as minor as it is, right?
Yeah, you cannot make contact, especially as they're approaching the ball. Like, your job as the runner is to manage that, go behind, get out of the way.
Walter Madden, our home plate umpire, reviewing this. It's a big call. Arizona has a chance to really put a huge number on the board here in the first inning. As of now, 5 runs on the board. Here's the call. And explaining it to Frank Wong first as to what's happening here. Not reviewable. Runs stand, 5-0.
And that is a bit of an unfortunate play for Southern California. Another one of those that's just not reviewable. But it did look like there was some contact made over there at the shortstop position. Made that ball difficult for Pagano. But nonetheless, 2 runs are going to score.
Here's Renata Montalvo now, one of their extra hitters with 2 down and runner at first. The team comedian, who has been much improved with the bat this season. Change-ups in there. Well, how does Peck shake this all off? She's had some unfortunate things happen out there.
Take it one pitch at a time. Try to just focus in on what is your job in the circle. Your job, get your pitch, lock in on that and execute, and whatever happens past that is out of your control. Trying to remember that there's a lot of this game that's out of your control. It's hard when you're in the moment to remember that, but it's a good way to ground yourself.
The 3 walks haven't helped, but that error was unfortunate. She got the slow roller out there. 1-2's foul back. Good cut from Montalvo.
Montalvo taking advantage of those outside pitches, trying to get that barrel out and around. Those inside ones are so hard to handle from Katie Peck.
Two and that skips past the catcher. Moving up is Rupp to second. Wild pitch there.
And Katie Peck struggling with her control a little bit more than we've seen from her lately.
Full count. Making her throw a lot of pitches. 4th time she's gone to the full count in this inning.
And she's usually one that really pounds the zone. She's had a lot of strikeouts in this tournament, and so this is a bit unusual for her.
And gets a big strikeout to end the inning. But a huge inning for Arizona. 5 runs on 1 hit, 3 walks, a runner stranded. Kids from Sahuarita, Arizona in front. Southern California coming up. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Put me on ESPN. We've got the dancing kid. He's been third base side, now first base side, playing some air guitar as well here at Houghton Stadium. The kids have had a great time at the ballpark.
They're absolutely rocking it out over there. I love the dance moves. He's versatile. He's got a lot of moves in his belt. The dab there.
Oh, man, this is a West Region elimination game. Arizona putting 5 on the board in the top half of the first. Now, Southern California, some work to do. They're a gap-to-gap team. They had a breakout last game against Utah.
And Maddie Liang has been their top hitter. She's batting 1,000 in 2 games with 3 hits, 1 triple, 2 hit-by pitches. She's also caught every game and pitched an inning. She has done it all for them, and they're going to rely on her again today.
And they're going to be facing a pitcher that's out there for the first time starting in Madison Braden, the coach's kid, their number 2 pitcher this season. A lot of movement for her.
And she's working a fastball and then a new changeup that she's developed. She's got natural movement, but the big thing is she's a competitor out there. She's going to compete and give her team a good shot.
Aubrey Wesner has been the ace for this team, and now Braden in the circle in a big spot as Isabella Huang fouls off the first offering. Coach's kid sets the tone. And hits one to right, and a base hit for Huang to start things off, and she just beats the throw at first base.
Good hustle there by Izzy Huang. Making sure she runs that ball all the way out. And then a great start for this SoCal offense. Madison Braden's gonna put this ball on the outer half, but it's left up a little bit. Izzy Huang keeps her hands high and drives it into right.
Morgan Tiwasart now, the second baseman, singled in her last game. Ball outside. Tiwasart dreams to be an actor or a travel writer. She's in the right area, Los Angeles, to get into the acting world. How important is it for Southern California to put something on the board here, get some momentum back?
Absolutely. You need to have that bounce back factor as a team, and it builds that confidence chipping away.
On the corner with that one. Caitlin Peck had a 42-pitch first inning, and Braden hoping to make it quicker here in the bottom half as that's fouled off.
Good spot there by Braden. You see some of that natural down movement on that pitch, running down and away from Tiwasart.
Full count. Madison talks about how inspired she's been by Nyjah Kennedy and what she's done in the circle. Fouled off. Pretty good velocity out there.
Absolutely, and I think it's that spin rate. They say she has great natural movement. We can see it here, and in order to do that, you have to have a high spin rate, and that's what you kind of hear with that pop of the mitt.
Misses low with that one, though. Single and a walk to start things for the kids from San Marino. Frank Wong, the manager for Southern California, also their third base coach. First state title since 2007 for this team just outside of Pasadena. And that gets away from the catcher. Runners are going to move up as Winarko looked at that one inside. Wong's now at third. Wild pitch as Tiwasart moves up to second.
And this is a really tough play for Ortega behind the dish. Hits the ground hard and then takes a big hop. Arizona actually gets a little help from Walter behind the dish. Hit the umpire.
Yeah, he's a big target back there.
He's one of our favorites. Shout out to all the volunteer umpires here today, doing a great job.
It's fouled off. Yeah, Walter's had a lot of compliments for the kids who are putting in the work out there on the field. We're number 15. Winarko lays off of that one outside. 2-2.
SoCal doing kind of the exact same thing that Arizona did in the first inning, putting along quality at bats.
And that one is lined and a base hit to right. Wong will score. They're going to hold up Tiwasart at third. RBI for Winarko. Southern California on the board.
Beautiful piece of hitting by Emmy Winarko. A two-strike pitch. Gets this pitch on the outer half. Throws her hands at it, but stays with it. She's so long with her extension there. Then a good job, too, by Vizera in the outfield, cutting that off. But an RBI single for Emmy Winarko.
And now a conference in the circle. Still a 4-run lead here, but nobody out. And a chance for big inning for Southern California.
With the right batter up for them, this is Maddie Liang. She's been their hottest hitter. One of their leaders as well.
Yeah, nobody has been able to get her out. Triple and single in game one, had a single yesterday.
And once again, another first and third situation. We've seen a lot of these lately. Would guess maybe a pump fake here if the runner goes.
Strike on the outside edge, a short throw down to the shortstop. No throw towards the bag, and Winarko gets a stolen base.
And Wesner's gonna come in front and cut that ball off. The goal there is maybe catch that runner on third to break a little bit, then you can throw home from the shortstop position.
2-0 to Liang. She's got a hitter's count here, so you've got a hot hitter. She'd love to give one a ride. First base is open. And ball four, bases loaded. Second walk given up by Braden. So both pitchers laboring here in the first inning.
Great bounce back by Southern California. Like we said, they put up 9 in their last game. They are no stranger to driving runs in and putting pressure on the defense. The roles have kind of reversed in this inning. It does kind of feel like deja vu.
There's Ryan Braden, a smile on his face. Has loved the fight in this team. The motto, one team, one goal. And they've been really big about growing the game of softball there in Southern Arizona.
Absolutely, they have great community engagement. The team seems to really love playing for each other, and everybody is bought into their role. Everybody knows what their job is on the field. They're very competitive, but they also have a lot of fun while they're out there.
Bases full, nobody out, and here's Caroline Pagano, the shortstop. The infield is in. She has a couple singles and an RBI in the West region. Big cut there.
Good job by Braden working ahead, 0-2 on the count. Now she has a little bit more wiggle room to expand the zone.
Roller to second, coming home with it. Safe at home plate, off the bag, the catcher, Ortega. That scores a run, it's 5-2.
Just doing the little things right. Caroline Pagano putting the ball in play on the ground to the infield.
An error on the catcher. Here it is.
She gets jammed up on this one, softly hit, but it almost works to her advantage. And then Abeda, the throw a little bit off, but let's take a look at the foot here of Ortega. Ooh, she's on the side of her cleat.
And they're taking a look at this. We've seen this already in this regional where you can have the foot on the edge, but ideally you want the tip of the shoe on the plate.
Absolutely. When you're going to a stretching position like that, you're almost like a first baseman. When a first baseman's on first, they have their toe on the bag. You want to get your toe on that front edge. That way you stay there. When you put the side of your foot and then you stretch, you almost roll that ankle, and then you can come up off the bag.
You've been in this situation a million times. It looked like her foot was initially on the bag, and then she pulled it up a little bit at the very last instant.
Yeah, when you're starting, you want to try to start a little bit more in than you think, because you know you're going to have to move forward to get that ball. So to keep you from coming too far forward, start a little bit more on the plate than you think.
I would imagine the tendency there is you want to get your glove in front of the ball as quickly as you can, so you may lean a little bit.
May have to lean, and especially if the throw's off even just a little bit, you have to stretch to it. And it's really hard to tell from this angle, but once again, the call on the field is safe. So is this enough to overturn either way?
Walter Madden did a good job with a long stride to get around the base runner to see that.
He has a really good view there. And see how she's kind of on the side of her foot. So then when she leans, that other half kind of tilts up off the bag. The other option as a catcher is you can stay behind the plate. The throw comes, and then you can work across and slide your foot across the bag as well.
Arizona challenging this. We'll get the confirmation here from the home plate umpire. And it is safe, the call on the field. So it'll be an error on the catcher. It's a 5-2 game.
And that's a tough play. Trying to stretch. This is a big-time situation. Tensions are high. But once again, Arizona still has the lead.
The infield remains in. Here's Joy Singal, the extra hitter.
And she's one of the power hitters on the team. And there's a lot of room in the grass. If you're Southern California, you're hoping to poke one in the gap.
Strike there. A lot of action here in this first inning. Season on the line for these two. Arizona 5 in the top half. Southern California 2 in the bottom half. 1-2 now.
Both of these teams showing a ton of fight, ton of energy. You can tell they both want it.
Braden's pitch is high. He'll be coming home. The infielders, if they can get it. Here's the 2-2 offering. Got a piece of that one. And Southern California has done what they've needed to do. They've had an answer here in this inning. Swing and a miss, and there's the first out. That's a big strikeout for Braden.
Braden stepping up in a big-time moment for her team. She's going to go to that up pitch in the zone. Knows that she needs to stay out and away here. Does just that and hits a great spot.
Caitlin Peck fouls off the first offering. Pitcher against pitcher here in the first inning. She has some pop with her bat. Got a piece of that one. Boy, what a way to right you know, you give up 5, but here you are, you got a chance to really erase all those bad thoughts if you can deliver a hit here. Good rip, fouled off.
And a lot of it comes down to being able to separate offense and defense. They're two separate facets of the game, so even if you make an error on defense or give up a big hit as a pitcher, you have an opportunity to still help your team on the other side of the ball and vice versa.
The 0-2 is bounced up there. Nice job by the catcher, Ortega.
Ortega blocking that ball up, kicking those feet back, keeping her chest down. Beautiful work.
33rd pitch of the inning coming from Braden here. Inside, 2-2.
And again, Ortega working really hard back there, knowing that a pass ball could potentially score a run.
Slow roller to second. Abeta comes home. The throw is not in time. Could have had the second out at first easily, but wanted to come home with it. Peck is on. It's 5-3.
This is a good job by Madison Braden, doing her job, getting a ground ball in the infield, but it's almost hit too soft. Makes a play at home plate almost impossible.
Margot Lopez now at the plate. A look.
It's going to come off the end of the bat. It's kind of just dribbling along. Tries to get that throw in there. But as a second baseman, sometimes you have to look up, realize that's going to be close, and get the sure out at first base. But either way, that's a tough play to read.
Tying run here at second now. Infield remains in with one down. Lopez takes a strike. A lot of pitches from the two starters here in the first inning.
And just when you thought momentum was on Arizona's side, you can feel the momentum swinging back to Southern California.
Full count.
Really good spot there on the outer half. Big pitch here coming for Braden.
Fouled off. Lopez had a pretty good swing at that one. Braden, the hero yesterday, with a game-winning hit, trying to get out of this jam. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout, her second for the second out of the inning.
Huge, huge strikeout there for Madison Braden. Really good job on relying on her movement, going to that outside fastball. She steps across and snaps this ball on the outer half. You can see it moving away from Lopez. and a clutch strikeout for her.
Courtesy runner Ian Lopez coming in with 2 outs to run for the pitcher Peck at first base. Victoria Wong now with the bases full.
And we have an interesting shift here in the outfield. You can see the center fielder, Asha Rupp, moved all the way over, almost into right field, leaving a big gap on the left side of the field there.
Anticipating that she's going to maybe take it to right.
We've seen a lot of that in this regional so far. A lot of hard hit balls hit to the right side of the field.
It's bounced up there again. Ortega putting a wall up in front of the ball.
Can't say enough about how hard Ortega's working back there to keep those balls in front, knowing how important it is for her team.
They're back now on the infield. 2-1. Now in danger of walking in a run. Victoria, 11 years old, big Dodgers fan, big spot. Here's the pitch. In there. Third time she's faced a full count in the inning. Here comes the payoff offering. Lace to left, base hit. 2-run score, throw to third. Not in time. Wong ties it up. Driving in a couple.
Victoria Huang coming in clutch. She gets this ball in the outer half, but she still pulls it. She gets her hands out and around. We just saw that outfield shift. So now Alani Para has to run a long way to cut this ball off. 2 runs are gonna score, and the trail runner getting to third.
How about that clutch hit from Wong to even this one up? 10 runs already on the board here in the first inning.
And you can tell Arizona was trying to pitch into that shift. They were trying to go away from Huang, but Huang just got her barrel out and around that ball and pulled it right where the defense wasn't.
Now you got the go-ahead run at third, represented by Ian Lopez, and Wong is at second base, and here's McKenna Giddings, the center fielder. What a response. It's so easy to hang your head down 5-0.
And both of these teams have shown fight in this tournament. They've already won elimination games. We know they have fight in them. But now we're seeing it at another level here in the first inning.
Giddings, the ultimate hustle player, according to the coaches, lefty hitter. You just don't want an inning like this to end if you're the team in blue. Royal blue.
And even if it does, it's now essentially a 0-0 game. It's tied up again. For the Southern California offense, they have done everything they can to help out their pitcher, help out their defense.
That's foul. Just over the chalk, third base side. Giddings rides her bike to their Little League field close to her home. How about that? Old school.
Getting a warm-up in before practice.
Again, fouls one off. There are no wasted at-bats in this inning. Everybody's getting their cuts in.
Everybody is seeing a ton of pitches. Everybody's swinging, fouling things off, taking tough pitches to take. And even Giddings, you can tell her swing, she's not trying to do too much. She's not even fully finishing. She's just getting to that extension, trying to put the ball in play somewhere hard.
And Braden's over, what, 50 pitches in this inning now? Here's a grounder hit to short and past Wesner, and that'll score the go-ahead run. 6-5, breaking for second, no throw. In there opportunistically is Giddings. She gets the hit and the RBI to give him the lead.
And that is a product of all of those foul balls that she just hit. She learned from every single one of them. She took information from every swing, not trying to do too much, just get her barrel there, and hits it hard on the ground.
San Marino fans love what they see here. Riley Newmeyer now with runners at second and third. Big hits coming with 2 outs.
Huge response by Southern California.
55th pitch of the inning coming right here. It's high.
That's a long time to be out there in the circle, in the heat especially.
You know, obviously in baseball, that's a real big problem when you're throwing that many pitches. Softball, not as much, but it's more about the emotional strain and the physical strain out there, not just the arm. There's a strike.
And it can be so emotionally taxing for the pitcher. It is so difficult. You have to lock in every pitch. You get a new pitch, a new goal, a new expectation. So you are working extremely hard mentally in the circle as well.
A 6-5 game. Southern California with 4 hits in this inning. Ball 4, bases are loaded. Well, they're going to send everyone to the plate in this bottom half of the first. Everybody in the continuous batting order. That's the 4th walk in the inning. Ryan Braden hoping to calm things down here. Still just a 1-run game. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change. That will be it for Madison Braden. Pitching change from Houghton Stadium. A wild first inning. Coming back with more. '12-year-old Azalea Vazera, their number 3 pitcher this season. Silent, steady pitcher. Right-hander comes in for Madison Braden.
And she's going to work 2 different types of fastballs as well as a screwball. Not much of an off-speed, so she's more of a movement and location type of pitcher.
Braden goes 2/3, allowing 6 runs. Bases loaded, 2 down, and Haley Olivas, the last hitter in the order, the extra hitter. Rupp is now in right field. Para is in center. And Jones is in left. Braden's at first base after pitching to starting this game, and then I think we're squared away as they make wholesale changes defensively. Haley Olivas looking at that one high. Huge spot here for Vazera.
Tough situation to come into, especially having been playing. Wondering if she really even got any warm-up. She got a few warm-up pitches when we took our break, but other than that, not a full warm-up for her, and to come up in a big situation, too.
3-2. She misses, walks the run in. Olivas picks up the RBI. It's 7-5. That scores Huang. And now it's the top of the order as they've hit around. Isabella Huang fouls that one off. Victoria Huang just scored that 7th run. Southern California 3 for 7. They've driven in 7 with runners in scoring position. Here's the offering, swung on, hit down the left field line, and it drops into foul ground. Jones gave a look over there. Well, that's a long run.
In this situation, the outfield is playing really far back because you have to keep a big hit from going over your head. So some of those short foul balls, short bloops in front of you get difficult.
And there's a wild pitch. Runner from third scores safely with the slide. Giddings makes it an 8-5 game.
And this one just getting away from Vizera, going over the glove of Ortega.
That's popped up. Should end the inning. Wesner has it. So they hit around and put 8 on the board. Southern California with quite the answer. We've got a wild one here in San Bernardino.
And it was Victoria Huang with this 2 RBI single, driving it where they're not. Can Arizona respond when we come back?
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. You like offense, this is your kind of game. West Regional elimination game. 13 runs already on the board here after 1 frame. Here's our game track.
And it's almost like we're playing yo-yo softball. We're going back and forth with the offense. Pitching and defense struggling a little bit, but the offense stepping up for both sides, driving in a ton of runs. This could be a fun one.
A 107 pitch first inning, 8 full counts. Braden threw 59 pitches, Peck threw 42. Braden giving way to Vizera. Arizona, the last 2 innings, they've scored 10 runs. They had 5 runs to walk off a win in their last game. They get 5 more, but they're still trailing in this one as they come back to the plate here.
And it's hard to believe after a 5-run first inning that we look up at the scoreboard and they're down by 3. They're doing their job, and now it's, can you respond again?
One of their veterans, Jordan Jones, leading things off. She's now playing left field. Well, you know, this Arizona team has had a wild ride. I mean, you think about their state championship game. It was suspended due to weather in the middle of an inning. They had to return the next day, 24 hours later, and win the game in 108-degree heat. So they've dealt with some adversity.
They're used to the craziness, but a great pitch there by Katie Peck, showing the bounce back. Sometimes with those long innings as a pitcher, you have a chance to go re-warm up, refocus, get yourself back into the right mindset. And she's just gonna pound the zone with that fastball there. Look at moving in once again. That is her best pitch, and she nails it.
She might have new life now after seeing her offense step up. Tia Pacheco now at the plate.
And like I said, a lot of the times in those big innings, when you know you don't have to come up and hit, you can go re-warm up in the bullpen again, try to get yourself righted.
Such a funny game, though. I know you've seen it. You have one inning, 13 runs on the board. Who knows? Maybe the pitcher settle into a groove.
Yeah, it could. From the rest of this, it could be zeros all the way out. That's just the way this game works. You truly cannot predict what's going to happen next.
Oh, and that hits Pacheco. She's on with one down.
And another hit by pitch. That is the 7th hit by pitch in this West tournament. Here in San Bernardino, between the West and the Northwest, there has been 16 hit by pitches. Wow.
Brings up the last hitter in the continuous batting order for Arizona, Jasmine Medina. An extra hitter as Pacheco good to go. That's fouled straight back. Medina's been a spark plug. Jazzy, couple walk-off inside the park home runs. That doesn't get much better than that. And she's wearing number 2 in honor of the captain, Derek Jeter. Now, Peck's thrown a lot of pitches as well.
And already, it's almost like both of these pitchers have thrown a full game between Braden and Peck. Azalea is going to be a little bit fresher, Azalea Vizera for Arizona, but Peck's almost thrown a full game at this rate just in one inning.
Gets the strikeout there. 53rd pitch is a K, 2 down. Her 3rd K.
Peck starting to settle in a little bit more, looking more like herself in the circle. Once again, that pitch is going to move back towards the batter, but it's on the outer half. It's almost like a backdoor screwball that she's working in there.
Top of the order now, Azalea Vizera, the new pitcher. Walked and scored in that first inning. You know, we mentioned Vizera coming in as a reliever. She actually pitched the last 3 innings in their 3rd game at state, pitched a shutout in those 3 innings. So she has some big game experience. Trying to help with the bat here. It's fouled off.
And their ace for Arizona, Aubrey Wesner's thrown a ton of innings. And so you have to start to rely on your other arms for Arizona.
Big cut there from Vizera. And that'll end the inning as 3 Ks striking out the side as Peck to right the ship and keep her team right in this one. 8-5 lead, Southern California. Peck, good fastball.
Peck starting to feel herself here, going up in the zone. Southern California trying to put some more on the board when we come back.
Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. 8-5 game, season on the line. West Regional, Arizona and Southern California, plenty of offense so far, and the sun is out, warm conditions, and we have seen a lot of fireworks so far.
We have already basically seen a complete game, and it's only the bottom of the second. There's been that much happening for both sides, a lot of offense, a couple reviews already. A lot happening here in this elimination game.
Azealia Vazera in relief of Madison Braden, who went 2/3 of an inning, faces the number 2 hitter in the lineup for Southern California, Morgan Tiwasart, who walked in that 8-run first. Side-eye emoji is always a good choice. That would work here. I'm a lot of side-eye. What are we seeing here?
Side-eyeing. Can't believe my eyes at the scoreboard.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of really good pitching and defense, but this one has gone against the grain a little bit. And ball 4, Tiwasart draws the walk to lead off the inning.
And that's her second walk of the day. Being very, very patient, very selective, and especially as the leadoff batter. Getting that leadoff batter on is so crucial for an offense.
Now Emmy Winarko, who singled and scored. Looped down the right field line, foul. Well, Southern California has to be thinking, wow, let's just keep the train rolling here after that 8-run first.
Keep your foot on the gas, especially because Arizona, we've seen them come back before. They have fight in them, especially in the later innings. They like to come alive.
And that's a base hit to center field for Winarko. The beat goes on. She's 2 for 2.
Great piece of hitting by Emmy Winarko. Once again, just doing the little things right. She gets this pitch up and away in the zone. She keeps her hands high, gets on top of it, drives it hard up the middle.
It's outside, runners off the bags, and they will retreat as Ortega stays with the ball.
Great snag by Ortega there, having to reach for that one.
Maddie Liang is still perfect. She walked. She has 4 hits in this regional. And they pitch away from her here, 3-0. And that's ball 4. Liang has reached every time in this regional. She's been up there, and the bases are loaded.
I mean, talk about having a great regional. Can't ask for anything better than that. Getting on base, batting 1,000, and setting the table up for her team.
Caroline Pagano now, infield is in. Strike 1. Now remember, this Southern California team put 9 on the board against Utah, so 17 runs last 2 days and looking for more. And that's right back up the middle for a base hit. Tiwasart scores. Play at the plate, not in time. As Winarko scores. 10-5.
Caroline Pagano going upstairs to get this ball. This ball is up in the zone. It is almost at her eyeballs. She keeps her hands high, drives it right back up the middle for 2 RBIs.
Joy Singall now. She swings at the first one. One hopper to the shortstop. Wesner gets the lead runner. Good play there. Wesner to Moreno. Shortstop to third. Singall reaching on the fielder's choice.
Another hard hit ball by Southern California, but well played by Aubrey Wesner at shortstop, understanding where the runners are and knowing that she has a force out at 3.
Now Caitlin Peck, who already has an infield single and a run scored. 10 runs on 6 hits now for Southern California. 0 as Vizera is struggling finding the strike zone.
We've seen that a lot today, a lot of walks for both sides.
There's the strike. Lifted down the right field line. Braden is there, can't come up with it. First baseman near that track by the fence.
Good effort there, tough play. Only other thing you can do, keep your glove tucked, run a little bit further before you reach.
Strike 3 call. Vizera painting the corner. Peck is out. That's her first K.
Good job by Vizera here, settling in, working the count back, and then going outside half on this, and great frame by Ortega behind the dish as well.
So 2 out, 2 on. And Margot Hean Lopez is up there. A bit of a cushion now for Southern California, up 5. Pulled to third and to the bag unassisted. Marino to end the inning. Still 2 more runs across. Southern California strands 2. Big 2-run single from Caroline Pagano. 10-5 through 2. Back at the West Regional elimination game. 10-5 Southern California. First inning was a big one.
It started with this wild pitch, scores a run for Arizona, and then we got a fielder's choice here. Another ball hit hard, put in play, scores another run, and then an error as well. A lot of balls put in play, a lot of weird plays for the defense. That put up 5 for Arizona. But then Southern California showing the response. They start to string some things along. We got a single here that's gonna score by Winarco. Another fielder's choice put in play, just putting things in play, putting pressure on the defense. And then the nail in the coffin here, the 2 RBI single by Huang, and they put up 8 in that first inning. So Arizona puts up 5, and then the response, Southern California putting up 8.
And Caitlin Peck, she had to be frustrated giving up 5 in that first, but the offense responding, now new life and a roller coaster of emotions for these two teams.
Going from having to feel like you have to dig yourself out of a hole for Southern California to now feeling like you have a pretty comfortable lead, especially for Peck in the circle. That's got to be a big, deep breath for her. Big sigh of relief.
Blake Moreno to lead it off. She walked and scored in the first, left-handed hitter, who has that signature worm dance after their walk-off victory yesterday. Fan of Sydney Stewart.
If you're Arizona, you're wanting to see another reason for Blake Marino to bust out the worm.
Liner right at the shortstop, Pagano. One down. Well, Peck settling in here now a little bit, get some help from her D.
Starting to settle in. This ball is low in the zone. Moreno's gonna go down and get this ball, but it is driven right at Pagano, the shortstop, for out number 1.
Wesner now, the third baseman. Guanarco, out number 2. As Victoria Huang did a good job keeping the foot on the bag over there.
Katie Peck and this SoCal defense really starting to settle in, finding a rhythm, keeping good pace and making quick outs for these Arizona hitters.
Alexis Ortega already has an infield single. She looks at the first pitch for ball 1.
And now I think it's important to note that Arizona put up those 5 runs, but only on 1 hit.
That's hit hard at Abeda, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Peck in the circle. A line out and a couple ground outs. We're through 2.5. Kids from San Marino National Little League in front by 5. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. 15 runs, 7 hits so far. As offense has been the story here as we look at what's happened so far today.
I mean, look at the pitch counts for both of these teams. 97 between 2 pitchers for Arizona. That is basically a complete game. The big thing that stands out to me, though, is the 1 hit for Arizona versus 6 for California. California, that first inning, struggled defensively, and Arizona took advantage. But on the other side, California is hitting the ball well.
4 hits in the first, 2 hits in the second. Vizera in relief of Braden. Going to work again, facing the bottom part of the order for Southern California. Victoria Huang will lead it off. Huang had a big 2-run single her first time up. Youngest player on the team. Has 3 cats. Snowball, Puffy, and Firestar.
Dream job is to become a biologist so she can create talking cats. I love that. I'm going to start funding that project.
It's tremendous. Kat Osterman, her favorite player.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Yep. Probably likes what the show Cats, right? Probably an Arizona Wildcats fan. That might be a stretch being in Southern California. Their offense is rolling. That's hit down the left field line, and a diving attempt. What a catch made by Jordan Jones. She gloves it.
Wow. Jordan Jones laying it all on the line for her team. Originally started this game at first base. Is now in left field, and another ball hit hard by Victoria Huang, but check this out. Jordan Jones tracking it down, and then the two-handed dive, securing it. Loving the teammate hug after as well.
Well, the defense has been impressive throughout this West Regional. We've seen second basemen diving all over the place, outfielders on that grass out there.
These players are really showing out on all sides of the ball. We've seen some inside the park home runs. We've seen just about everything.
Double steals. There's a bunt by Giddings, a good one, but the pitcher has it, and Vizero throws her out. 2 down. And the pitchers have defended their position well.
Absolutely. The pitchers have done a phenomenal job. And especially here, Vizera coming up off the mound, reading that bunt in front of her, charging, and then making a really solid throw.
Riley Newmeyer, right back to the pitcher. Vizera's got it. One motion, 1-2-3 inning. So after 13 runs in the first, the pitcher is starting to step up in the circle. 4th inning is on tap. Southern California up 10-5. Caitlin Peck has found a groove in the circle for Southern California.
Struggled a little bit in that first inning, but since then it has been all Katie Peck. 4 Ks, 63 pitches already in this game, but she's working that down movement, that inside movement, and expanding the zone up. She has been incredible since that first.
There's a look at the line. Really got off to a slow start, walking the first 2 she faced. But then the offense kicked in for her, from her teammates.
And that had to have been a big sigh of relief for her after that big 5-run inning for Arizona, watching her teammates pick her up offensively, and now she's got to be feeling pretty comfortable out there in the circle.
Arizona still down just 5, and they'll try to solve Peck here with the middle part of the order. Alani Parra to lead it off. She has driven in a run with an infield single. Strike 1. Dream to be a nail tech artist. And that's a classic book right there.
I should ask her if she can do my nails for me.
Can get a lot of friends, I would imagine, going that route. Fouled straight back, and that one is going to reach the seats. By the way, the first inning was 53 minutes. Last innings 2 and 3, 24 minutes combined. Just don't know what you're going to get in softball. And there's a base hit to left. Good at bat for Parra to open up the inning. And that ball gets past the second baseman. Sliding into second safely is Parra. She takes the extra bag.
Good start there by Alani Parra for her team. She's gonna drive this ball low in the zone to left field. And then what I love is the aggressive base running. She rounds first, but she's still paying attention, recognizes that this ball gets under the glove of Tiwasart at second, and takes advantage.
Single and then a throwing error on the left fielder. Here's Elena Abeda. She walked and scored in the first. Big Rams fan. Could be a big year for the LA Rams. That one's going to head to the backstop. Moving up the base is Parra from second to third.
That's a tough pitch for Maddie Liang behind the dish to handle, especially going to her backhand side as a lefty.
Southern California, a tough 4-2 loss to Northern California game one. Bounce back with a 9-0 win over Utah. In front here in this elimination game. 3-1.
But Arizona still putting pressure on.
Slow roller, they're gonna bring in the run. Tiwasart to first base to retire Abeda, but Parra scores from third. It's 10-6. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. 10-6 now. Here's Madison Braden.
And once again, Arizona showing their fight, continuing to chip away. For most teams, I'd say this 10-6 lead would be pretty comfortable, but with the Arizona offense that we've seen, especially late in these regional games, I don't know if I'd feel too safe if I were Southern California.
You know, and everybody can swing it up and down this lineup. Braden hitting in the bottom part of the order.
She's been absolutely clutch for them. Had that big walk-off hit.
Kind of a half swing there offered on it. She would love to play pro softball. Big fan of AUSL. Big cut there. Still 2-2.
This is a really key at bat for this Arizona offense. Try to get a rally started again. Braden almost becoming another leadoff in this inning after they cleared the bases.
Change. Boy, that hung up there for a while.
It came back down at the end there, but crossed a little bit too high.
Fifth full count for Peck today. Liner foul.
Good hack there by Braden. Hard hit, foul ball. And every hack that you take is information, especially with timing. You can learn so much from each swing to try to get a little bit closer every single time.
8th pitch coming here. Ball 4.
That is huge for this Arizona offense. Scored a run, cleared the bases, but now Braden putting pressure again. Putting a runner on first base, forcing this defense to work.
She's walked 4. 1 out and 1 on. And Asher Rupp, the center fielder. You mentioned they have just a couple hits, both of them from Para in this game. But the walks have helped out Arizona. That's driven off the glove of the shortstop Pagano and into center field. Rupp delivers. First and second, single there.
And you can feel the energy coming from this Arizona team right now and their fans. They do not give up. Asha Rupp, she smokes this ball. This ball is left up but over the heart of the plate, just out of the reach of Caroline Pagano there at shortstop. But she keeps this inning going.
And there's a pitch that heads to the backstop, and runners move up to second and third. Braden to third, Rupp to second, with Montalvo at the plate. And now Frank Wong's going to head to the circle.
This has the potential to be another big inning for Arizona. They're doing all the little things right. They're taking the right pitches. They're swinging at the right pitches, putting the ball in play when they need to.
4 straight first pitch balls for Peck, who had, it appeared to have developed a bit of a groove now in a battle in this inning.
Now you're wondering, after that huge first inning, we're only in the 4th here, but fatigue starts to set in. She's already thrown so many pitches as we get later in this game.
First base is open with 1 down. Montalvo struck out her first time up. Improved hitter, 13 years old.
SoCal again playing with their middles back.
Pulled to third, foul ball, says Walter Madden.
Looked like maybe that one came off her foot. You can see her kind of lifting her leg up there a bit. Hit right off her front foot there.
Peck's pitch inside goes to the backstop. Runners are staying put. Braden did not break from third. It's 2-2.
And a good hustle there by Liang, getting that ball back quick, keeping a run from scoring.
Popped up behind second, and that's going to drop right between the second baseman and the center fielder, and it'll score a run. Braden comes in to make it 10-7, and that was perfectly placed. Really a tough play for the second baseman, and not far enough out for the outfielder.
And once again, this is like the Bermuda Triangle of softball. This is such a tough position on the field to catch a ball. You have your left fielder, or excuse me, your right fielder, your center fielder, and your second baseman all coming together.
No throw down to second. Montalvo ends up at the bag with 1 down.
And the ticket to that play is communication, communication, communication. Somebody has to take charge of that ball and go for it 110%.
Jordan Jones now representing the tying run. Big cut. Big fan of somebody that's won a lot of championships. She's hoping for a regional championship here as it's fouled off. This is an elimination game here in the West region. Climbed the ladder with that one.
Man, this Arizona team just does not give up. They have no quit in them.
Strike three call. Peck picking up her 5th.
Huge strikeout there for Katie Peck. Runners in scoring position. She's gonna go right down the middle with this one. Gets Jordan Jones looking, but that's a great spot in this situation, knowing that there's runners in scoring position, and now she's got 2 outs for her team.
Now Tia Pacheco, who was hit by pitch first time up. Peck missing high of late, trying to protect this 3-run lead. Chased one high and inside on that swing, 1-1.
That's a great pitch there. A ton of movement, ton of break, not only up, but in as well.
Pacheco, a big Megan Faramo fan, swings and misses, 1-2. Two across already in the 4th here for Arizona, battling back into this one. Two and two.
That's a tough take and a really great job by Pacheco. Learning from the one high pitch that she swung at and then seeing it down.
Peck deals and gets the strikeout. So 2 runs across, 6 Ks now for Caitlin Peck, but Arizona with the response, they draw a little bit closer. 10-7 lead for Southern California.
Katie Peck using that arm side run, gonna go up and in for another strikeout in this game. Southern California will look to add some insurance.
World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here! The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
Championships are on the line. Little League Softball World Series in Greenville, North Carolina already. We look at the setup here. Wednesday slate championships on ESPN, ESPN2. The Northwest and West semifinals coming up from Houghton Stadium here in San Bernardino. Winners advance to Little League Softball World Series. What a great time of the year.
Absolutely, and being able to watch some Little League softball in the summer, it feels like now softball, we almost get it year-round, which is so fun between college, AUSL, Little League. What a great time for the sport.
17 runs in this one. Southern California racing a 5-0 deficit with an 8-run first. They've continued to lead, but it's tightened up a little bit. Now a 3-run lead after Arizona puts 2 across in the top half of the 4th. And Vazera goes to work again, facing Haley Olivas, the last hitter in the order for Southern California. The most improved player, Shakira, her favorite celeb.
Great pick.
And another case of this last hitter in the continuous batting order, a chance to be a spark plug and turn things over.
If you're Southern California, you need this batter on.
That is a foul ball.
You need to get this leadoff batter on because the lead just does not feel safe with how Arizona has been able to string at bats along and the fight that Arizona has shown. Southern California looking to try to pad this lead a little bit.
Just missed with that one, full count. And that's ball 4, so a good at-bat. Olivas does her job, she's on.
Huge at-bat there by Olivas. Knowing her role, knowing her job as the leadoff is to get on base any way she can, and she does that for her team.
4th walk given up in relief by Vazera. Now the top of the order, Isabella Wong. Strike 1. When you're a coach's kid, you could look at it a couple ways. Sometimes there's some pressure, but obviously you've got some of the intangibles, don't you? Being around that.
Absolutely, and you almost get the advantage.
Grounder to third, it could be 2. They get the force play. Good play there from Moreno to Abeda to get the lead runner. Olivas, 1 down.
It's a good heads-up play there by the defense, knowing their runners. Moreno to Abeda there to get the leadoff runner. But going back to your point, you almost get coaching all the time. You almost can go home and say, okay, hey, Dad, let's talk through this a little bit more. Let's talk about what I need to do to get better. You have that advantage there. On the other side, though, it's still important to make sure you separate coach from dad as well.
Frank Wong, speaking of dad, came out to take a look at that play at second. The officials looking at the force play over there as Olivas was retired on the force out. 3rd to 2nd. Here's a look.
Ball put in play hard over to Moreno at 3rd base. Ooh. It is close. But the original call is out, so there has to be enough evidence to overturn. And an important note, too, we asked earlier if a challenge runs long, can the pitchers warm up in between? They can't warm up to their catcher, but they can throw to their other players. It looks to me like she gets her foot in there.
Second base umpire Michael Reagan right on top of it. And Vazera actually throwing the ball around with her infield to keep that arm warm, what you just talked about during this review.
So the pitchers are not allowed to throw underhand to the catcher, but they can throw around with their teammates from the circle.
Managers allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation play. You get 1 in extra innings. Our home plate umpire is Walter Madden. Reagan made the call there as a second base ump right on the bag. And we'll get the confirmation here on that play at the bag. Good infield there. Moreno turning it quickly.
Good heads-up defense, understanding your base runners, knowing where outs can be had, and being quick with her hands and her footwork.
And again, Southern California challenging this, and we'll get the official word here as they continue to get keep Vizera warmed up out there. Again, Braden got the start, went 2/3. Vizera coming in relief. And Walter Madden taking the headset off. And confirming out at second base.
Once again, just a really solid defensive play, doing the little things right, making a good throw, fielding it cleanly, and getting the lead runner, which is huge in this situation.
So Huang at first, and Morgan Tiwasart, who's walked a couple times up there. She already has 3 state titles on her resume. That's back up the middle, and there's a play at second and out. The throw to first not in time. But heads up by the shortstop Wesner to get to the bag.
And this ball was almost hitting the perfect spot for Aubrey Wesner at shortstop. It goes underneath the legs of Vizera, but then Aubrey Wesner fields it right on the bag, just collision there with the slide. They're gonna come out and make sure she's okay.
Tiwasart is on. And fielder's choice with 2 down here. Boy, that takes a lot of concentration to make that play.
And it almost worked out in their favor that it went underneath the glove of the pitcher Vizera, because it was right at second base. It was almost like Wesner fielded it and was already standing on the bag.
It almost goes as a 1-6 put out, but I don't think she touched it. It was very close.
Almost.
Here's Emmy Winarco. Yeah, but like any play like that, if it bounces off her foot, off her glove, it can change the trajectory over there.
Absolutely.
Winarco rips that one to right at the right fielder Rupp, who's there to make the play and end the inning. So some help from the defense behind Vizera, and nothing across for Southern California. 5th inning is coming up from Houghton Stadium. West Region elimination game, 10-7, Southern California in front of Arizona. Plenty of offense in this one as we move into the 5th inning. As Southern California has out-hit Arizona 6-4, 204 total pitches delivered in this one. As we take a look at what we have seen today and what is coming, Oregon and Montana, Northwest Region play, followed by Washington and Idaho, and then a couple 2-0 teams that we've had a chance to see up close, Northern California and Nevada squaring off.
Absolutely, it's going to be another one of those big-time semifinal games. trying to make their way into the championship with two really, really solid teams.
Vea Martinez has been excellent as a pitcher for that team from Live Oak Little League, as Arizona trying to rally here, down 10-7. Peck had 6 straight first pitch balls prior to that delivery, as Jasmine Medina leads things off, the last hitter in the order for the Sahuarita kids. Tries to bunt and fouls it off.
It's a good call there with the bunt. Saw that the corners were really far back, but now with 0-2, bunt's gonna be off, trying to swing away.
She's been a spark plug for this team. Looks at that one inside. If she wins the lottery, she says, I'm buying a Lambo.
That's awesome.
That's one route.
That's awesome.
Let's see what color.
Somebody said that they'd buy Starbucks all the time. That's another great one.
Fly ball to right. And that one is caught by the second baseman. It looked like it was headed for Newmeyer, but Tiwasart had a beat on it. One down.
And yet another phenomenal play out there at second base. We've seen this all regional long. This is such a difficult play. See her first step, hard first step, and then she sticks with it. Glove up at the last second. Heck of a play by Morgan Tiwasart.
That's an easier play normally for the right fielder, but I guess she was too far back.
And she could have been calling it all the way. Tiwasart could have been saying mine, 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 and that way Newmeyer knows not to get in her way. She looked pretty confident with it the whole way.
Here's the top of the order now, Vazera. Walked and scored, struck out in the second. Six innings regulation, Little League softball. This is the elimination game. Season on the line for these two. It's too bad one of these teams has to see their season come to an end. They've been fun to watch.
Absolutely, both have had really great seasons. Just getting to this point is a feat in itself.
Both state champions. Arizona first ever trip here. Southern California first state title since 2007. That's fouled off behind the plate.
What a cool opportunity, though, to represent your state, represent where you're from on a big-time stage like this for both teams.
Liner, shortstop, Pagano, 2 away.
And that's a well-hit ball by Vazera. Pagano on the run, recognizing this off the bat, going to her glove hand side, sticking with it. Defense is stepping up behind Katie Peck.
Blake Marino now. Number 81 has had a good regional. Had an excellent run at that state championship. Arizona has 4 hits in this one. Marino walked and scored. Peck has had a couple shutout innings. She falls behind in the count here, 3-0. And misses with that one. Marino's on with 2 down.
Big 2-out walk. Stretching out this inning for Arizona. And they've been able to squeeze runs across when runners get on. Even with 2 outs, backs against the wall, they've been really good.
It brings up one of the top hitters on this team, Aubrey Wesner, who's 0 for 2 today. Wesner's had a great regional. We saw her pitching very effectively. And she's been pretty consistent in the number 3 hole this season.
She's been a huge player for this Arizona team.
Grounder to third, and across in time. Guinarco to Wong to end the inning. So a walk, a runner stranded. It's still 10-7 Southern California as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. West Region elimination game. Southern California hanging on to a 3-run lead. Our game track.
And look at the numbers that these teams were able to put up in the first inning. 5 for Arizona, 8 for California. This inning took almost an hour. The first inning did. A lot of production, a couple of defensive miscues as well, but then it's still been all offense since then.
Southern California has scored 19 runs in the last 2 games. They have 21 total in this regional. Some defensive switches here for Arizona. Montalvo is now in center field. Para in left. So they make a couple switches with Vizera out there facing Madeline Liang. What a regional she's had.
She has been perfect throughout this regional. Gotten on base every single time, batting 1,000. I'm sure she's trying to keep that streak going.
Like so many of her teammates, a big Dodgers fan. She has a couple walks today, a triple, couple singles in the regional. Swings at the 2-0 pitch. She wants to make some contact here.
She wants to hit here. She's walked twice already today. I'm sure she's ready to hit.
3-1, you got a hitter's count here. Fouls that one off, full count. Looking for some insurance here. Southern California has out-hit Arizona 6-4. Stays alive, 3-2.
Good cut there by Liang. You can see her way down in her legs, using her lower half. That's where all her power is going to come from.
Drives that to left, and she keeps her regional perfect. Heading for second. She's in there with a double.
Name a hotter hitter right now than Maddie Liang. She is seeing the ball so well. She has 2 walks just today, and then she finally gets something in the zone. She stays in her legs, drives that back knee down, long extension, and ropes a double in the left center gap.
Couple extra base hits in this regional now. No, I'm not going to name another hitter that's on
You can't. You can't.
Caroline Pagano has a 2-run single. She's up there now, chance to drive one in.
The joke is always, you're never going to bat 1,000. Well, unless you're Maddie Liang.
That's it. Wow, what a performance. And Southern California, the San Marino National Little Leaguers, trying to get some insurance here against 6 innings regulation, already up 3. Two and 2. Pagano loves the game. That's the book on her.
And that's the foundation when softball starts to get hard, because it does. You fail so much.
That's foul.
You can rely on that love of the game to help you get through some of those hard times.
Because it's not going to be rosy all the time. You're going to have some bumps.
No, in college myself, I went 0 for 26 once in a streak. It happens.
To the best players, it happens.
At every level, you're going to fail. You're going to strike out with bases loaded. You're going to give up the game-winning hit. But remembering your why do you play? And for Pagano, it's because she just loves the game.
And it's fouled off. 8th pitch coming up in this at-bat. Dreamed to be an engineer. Pagano looks at that one inside, full count.
Big pitch here coming for Vizera. Southern California trying to put pressure on again. And like we mentioned before, they need those insurance runs. Arizona is so good at stepping up with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has really been comfortable, any pitcher out there, with the way this one has transpired. There's a hard hit ground ball, a base hit that finds its way to left field. Liang rounding third, coming home. It's cut off, she scores. And into second is Pagano, it's 11-7.
And that's exactly the insurance that you're looking for if you're Southern California. Pagano hits this ball hard right into the ground. You can see Marino and Wesner diving for it, but not in time. And then the base running by Liang, scoring from second base. Just what Southern California needed.
She did not hesitate. Here's Joyce Singall now. SoCal now 5 of 13. They've driven in 10 with runners in scoring position. They get the 12th run here. That would be a big boost. Be up 5 instead of 4. That one is lifted into foul ground and not playable over there.
And these balls have been hit hard. They're making the defense work. You saw Wesner and Moreno trying to dive for those balls, but they're squaring them up.
That is out of play. 5 rows deep behind home plate. Zero trying to get the first out in this inning. That's high. There's strike 3. There's out number 1.
A great frame behind the dish by Alexis Ortega, helping her pitcher out. Vizera, this pitch is on the inner half. It's gonna run inside to that righty batter, but Ortega getting around it. helping her out for the strikeout.
Peck now, and she fouls off the first offering. Southern California, 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 more here in the 5th. And they put up the best offense. I mean, I guess Nevada did put 18 on the board against Utah, but this Southern California offense is cooking right now.
You can just tell they're confident in their approach. They do not get cheated on any of their swings. They take full committed hacks. And then their takes, they're comfortable in their takes. They look like, yeah, you know what, that's a ball all the way. They're not second guessing themselves.
And Peck walks, she's on for the second time. She singled back in the first. It's the 5th walk given up by Vizera in relief. Margot Lopez now.
Big moment here for Southern California. Trying to keep the pressure on, keep the foot on the gas.
Looking ahead to the 6th inning for Arizona, it'll be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up.
That's exactly who they want up, which is why, if you're Southern California, you need to put pressure.
Second baseman shuttles it underhand for the force play onto first, not in time, but Abeda to Wesner to get the out, 2 down.
This is a great play by Abeda at second base. Takes a really tough hop as it's coming at her. She kind of gets stuck on that mid hop, but she sticks with it. Handles the bobble, underhand toss, and secures an out.
Victoria Wong takes a strike, taking second base, no throw. Lopez. Hit hard to left. Coming on, diving catch made by Parra. And that'll get him out of the inning. Southern California gets 1 run.
And once again, new girl finds the ball. Alani Parra started in left, moved over to center, comes back into left and gets this line drive right in front of her, and she lays it all on the line for her team.
Arizona looking for some late inning magic. They came from behind to win in their last game thanks to a rally in the 6th inning.
And versus Hawaii, they were down by 4. They put up 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and it was Madison Braden who came up big with the 2 RBI walk-off. And now they're facing a very similar situation, down by 4 again, hoping that they get a chance to do the worm for this Arizona team.
They wouldn't be able to walk it off, but it is the top of the 6th inning. It's that time to try to deliver the dramatics. As we look at the recap, the Sahuarita kids have had a tremendous regional, tough battle against Nevada, but the win against Hawaii, one of the best games we've seen.
It was absolutely electric, and if you're this Arizona offense, you're looking at who you've got coming up. Aubrey Wesner, Alexis Ortega, Alani Para, some of your hottest hitters in the lineup. This is right where you want to be.
Season on the line, West Region elimination game. Nevada and Northern California are 2-0 in this region. The champion will be crowned on Thursday. It's going to be Alexis Ortega to lead it off. She singled and scored her first time up there. They need base runners.
And it starts with this leadoff batter. You need to get this leadoff batter on in order to get a rally going.
Good swing at that one, but she falls behind 0-2. 117 pitches for Caitlin Peck. What a workhorse.
What a trooper out there in the heat.
Flare out to short. Pagano, one away.
A huge, huge out for Southern California and Katie Peck in the circle. Getting that leadoff batter out is tremendous for them.
Yeah, one of Arizona's stars today, Alani Para. She has 2 singles. In RBI, she scored a couple runs. She's trying to reach here. Fouled away. Para playing left field. She's been a pitcher for this team this season. By the way, their state run, their 6 games postseason, 60-3 run differential. What a great year for these Arizona kids.
They know how to put up some runs.
1-2 now. It's been a roller coaster ride for Peck, but she's in a great position.
Had a few bumps in this game, but she's hung in there. She's stepped up in big-time moments when her team needed her.
We've seen it in other games. The last few outs are the toughest to get.
And it's important to note, Arizona was down to their final out.
And there's a base hit to left. Para's on. 3 for 3.
Para having an incredible day at the plate, hitting the ball hard. And this is exactly what you need if you're this Arizona offense. Get the rally going. She gets her barrel to this ball, puts it right through the 5-6 hole, and there is a runner aboard for Arizona.
Hoping that is a spark. Here's Elena Abeda. First pitch popped up, foul ground. Huang, she's got it. What a catch near the fence.
And big-time players step up in big-time moments. And that was Victoria Huang right there. Fearless, going towards the fence, trusting herself, trusting her teammates to communicate, and a big out.
Peck is 1 out away. Madison Braden. Peck with her 3rd start, trying to close the door here. Braden, the coach's kid, has a walk and is grounded out. That one will head to the backstop, and moving up a base is Para. No reason to take chances out there in the base pass, but she does move to second.
And now the hope here for Arizona, if you can try to score in 2.
Hard hitter to third. Winarko, and Southern California wins it. A runner stranded in the 6th, a wild one, and the San Marino National Little Leaguers win it 11-7.
What a game for Southern California. Down 5-0 in the first inning, and they put up an 8 spot, and then they kept fighting. 2 runs in the second, 1 in the 5th, and what a performance by Katie Peck in the circle. Had a couple bumps and bruises, but she hung in there, threw a ton of pitches. What a game for Southern California.
8 hits, the big first inning as they battle back from that deficit. And congratulations to Frank Wong, the manager, and his kids. Their first state title since '07, and they have bigger things on their mind. Let's revisit the West Region bracket. Nevada and Northern California are 2-0, and Southern California advances to play on Wednesday. They're going to be a tough out.
And if they put up any sort of numbers like they did today, this is going to be a really tough team to beat, especially knowing that they've got Katie Peck in the circle, and if she gets hot, she is tough to hit.
Still more to come. Nevada and Northern California coming up, a couple 2-0 teams in West Regional play. Allie Shipman, enjoyed working with you. Fantastic job here at the ballpark at Houghton Stadium. The road to Greenville, North Carolina continues. West Region and Northwest Region play from San Bernardino. Southern California wins in a wild one, 11-7. So long for now.